Hi everyone, it's Allie, and this is the week 3 wrap up for the Breaking Bad script analysis class. And this week we've been working on our director's choice assignment, and I did choose the Fly episode from season 3. And this might be a little bit of a challenge for some people to find places of change, and I don't want you to get stressed out about that. I want you to have fun with this assignment. So the goal of this assignment is for I know that there's a lot of writers in this class, and for those of you that are writers, I kind of want you to have that experience of having the words that are written on a script being changed. And I'm thinking that as you advance in your studies and ultimately in your career, seeing where things might get changed where you might not expect it could be something good for you as a writer and as a director. I know that there's both types of students in this class, and I think that this assignment can be valuable for people coming from all directions of this. For directors, sometimes you're not able to alter things on a script. It has to be what is actually said. The dialogue has to be verbatim, etc. So what are spaces where a director gets to put their stamp on a piece? So it's just something to kind of think about and just to have fun with. And I'm hoping that you guys enjoyed this episode. This episode is either loved or hated by Breaking Bad fans in general. I actually really appreciate this episode, as you might be able to tell since I chose it. But next week we're going to focus a little bit more on Skyler. So we're going to kind of leave Jesse and Walt and kind of go into another character. And of course Jesse and Walt will still appear in the episodes. But before we went there, I just thought that this episode kind of showed their relationship a little bit further and where it's gone here by season 3 with the changes in the narrative from season 1 when they were just starting out. And another thing that happens in this episode and in this season that's much different than the very first couple seasons of Breaking Bad, especially that first one, is things become more closed in, like we're seeing in this episode. Instead of the vast cinematography that we got in season 1 and 2, where you got the landscape of the Southwest, which becomes almost a character in and of itself in a show like Breaking Bad. And I believe that for cinematography, this is one of the highest levels that television has reached. I think it is on par, quality-wise, with cinema, and it's easily so. It's not just good shots or just great cinematography for TV. It's just great cinematography, flat out. And so, when you're looking at that, these choices that are made in the story, the where also matters here in Breaking Bad. And that's one of the reasons that I chose this, because as Jesse and Walt's meth lab adventures become bigger, they're also kind of becoming more confined. It's kind of like the difference between being like someone on your own, where you get to make all of the choices for your own business venture, and then having these higher ups make the decisions for you. And in a lot of ways, they're having a much more stifling situation happening in their lives, and that's being really shown to us here via the choices that are made in the setting and the cinematography. And I'm thinking that this episode really exemplifies that for the season. So again, thank you so much so far for your great discussion forum comments as well. I really think we're getting into pretty decent discussions for a discussion forum on Canvas. But I'm also, in one of my other classes this semester, I've incorporated Zoom, and I know students are probably kind of sick of Zoom and maybe doing a little too much Zoom, but I started wondering if this might have been fun in a script analysis class. And so I'm going to open up a poll in week 4, and this isn't something you'll earn points for. It'll just help me become informed as I develop more of these 5-week script analysis classes online. Is that something that you guys would prefer? Would you enjoy that? There'd be a couple ways to do that, and I'll make the poll. But one of them would be, we could have they have Netflix Party now. I've done that with my friends a couple of times. We could actually be watching these episodes together and having a discussion in text and doing it that way, where we're not even on Zoom, but we're together. And another way would be to hold, I don't think I'd want more than a 1 hour discussion, just because personally I find about an hour on Zoom to be about where my capacity is, where I can stay 100% fully aware of everything and all of that. I had like a 6 hour Zoom seminar, a workshop, a couple of weeks back, and I'm that really took a lot out of me. So I'm trying to be conscientious to students, because I know that as an experienced online teacher, I didn't necessarily need to use Zoom, but some of the teachers who aren't used to the online delivery, that might be the very best option. But I'm kind of wondering what your experiences are. Would that be something that you would prefer? And so look for that poll in week 4. And as you finish up these director's choice assignments here this week, remember to have fun with it. I'm looking for 2 changes and 2 specific places. But if you're really, really struggling, tell me why you can't. Say find 1 change and then say, Allie, I did my very best. I watched that episode like 17 times and I looked through it and I can't find it. And then pick a specific place that you wouldn't change and why. So that would be another way to do it if this episode is really something that you're struggling with. But in general, I'm just looking for 2 specific instances of change that you'd make as a director. And this doesn't have to be a very long assignment. And in the past, when I've done director's choice assignment for the script analysis classes, students have enjoyed it. So again, have fun as you're finishing up. And next week we will turn our attention to Skylar's character with an episode called Open House. Thank you.